Hello, hello. Okay. Hey. Ah, there you go. June lucky 13th.
Pop on my audio now. And let's see. Double check my vassal module, see if it's up yet. Close out of that. Bring vassal back on. And game online. Boom. Oh, vassal, why you gotta be like that? There we go. That's better. And let's take a quick peek. Vassal, OLKG. That should be set. Should be, I say. I don't yet see it upon my screen. So we'll do this, and do this.
I see you in the room.
Yeah. Oh, I see it on my screen. I'm trying to get it set up on my stream.
Okay.
Vassal. Hit okay. Running yet? No, that's not doing it. Flip this back to that, and here. Looks like it wants to do something, but it doesn't seem to be picking anything up. So, if that's the case, just have to stream my main screen. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So, it's up, it's running now. We're good to go.
Excellent. I can be entertaining live now. This is nice.
Yes, that is the benefit sometimes of this. Oh, and now I can pause my background music that I had running as my intro while I waited. Boom.
All right, you ready to begin?
Yeah, June 13th. Let's do it.
June 13th. Well, let's see. Let's start with the weather.
Yes, all important weather turn.
And I reveal yet another 4.
Oh no.
Once again.
Oh man.
Once again, we are in heavy overcast. Now, I don't know if you have any use for powdered dice, but I'm about to get a hand sledge to this thing.
You threatened them. You threatened them verbally last time.
Yeah, and evidently the 4 translates to a middle finger somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but
Probably because
yeah.
it's right in the middle of a 1 and a 6.
Yeah. So well, actually, they're all in the middle of the one anyway.
True. This is very, very true. It can't
Yeah.
give you a 3.5, so it had to move to a 4.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 would have been slightly better, but it would have resembled the middle finger a little bit more. Yeah. So heavy overcast still.
Yep.
I get to roll for rain. So the rain roll is once again it's superscript 2, which is a 1, 2, or a 3 is no rain, but it's a +1 to the roll because we are in the terrible weather pattern, I believe. So
Yep.
1 or a 2, and I have a chance to do something. Oh, no rain! Thank goodness. That means I can get a couple of planes in the air. Sea condition is a +1, and there's no rain, so it's just a +1. So 1 or a 2, it's calm. Nope, still rough.
Still rough.
Okay. So, however, on the turn record track, this is the last turn of this particular poor weather system. So, hopefully the dice gods are kind. I expect. So there's a -1 to the roll. So because there's a -1, let's see this. Weather pattern die roll is modified by the current weather pattern.
Yeah.
-1 if it's poor. So chances are, unless I roll a 6. Fair weather. Okay.
There you go.
That helps a little bit.
I like how I'm like, oh, there you go. Like, yo, congrats for you. You've had such shit. But really, I'd like you to stay in the shit.
It was very sporting of you to root for me. I do appreciate that.
Well, it's an awful lot of bad luck to happen like 4 turns in a row.
It's just at least it wasn't a storm. Oh my gosh, when that happens, it's very entertaining when you're the German player and the storm hits. Not so much for the Allies. All right, so sure. How many turns will this weather pattern last?
5
turns. I will take that. So
solid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to June 17th.
That'll be impressive.
All right, and now my secret die roll. Please be something good. I'll give you one last shot. Yeah, I'm not jumping for joy on that roll. Okay.
It's the dice last chance.
So take me out to dinner first.
Without giving it away, can I expect powdered dice? It's literally between a 4 and a 6. You've been screwed, so. How bad it is a different story. We'll find that out later.
Yeah, it's actually kind of comical. So
Oh,
I
it's gonna be a blast if it's 1 more 4.
so last year I did a hike. Now I had
Yeah.
been so I had these boots and I've had these hiking boots for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But I have been complaining about them for 4 or 5 years minus one. It was just they were weird. Like if the soles got damp, they got very slick
Okay.
on rock and stuff.
Yeah.
So I did this hike. I did a 15 miler last year, and it was damp out, and there were water crossings, and particularly this last trail was just this endless series of water crossings. And besides the fact that I was already tired, it finally reached a point of I slipped on a rock, dumped one of my boots, and I was 2 water crossings from the end. And
Mm.
I essentially just said, screw this, and just went splonk, splonk, splonk right through the water. Didn't care at this point.
Yeah.
Um, Boots filled up with water. I'm splooshing my way across all the way until I finally get to the parking lot. I come home after all that. Now, this was a 2+ hour drive back. I was still so pissed off about this. I took my boots, I brought them to the barrel, and I yelled at them and said, "You have failed me for the last time," and just chucked them into the trash.
That's funny.
Never again. Uh,
That's great.
so, all right. So that takes care of weather, such as it is. Air power. Now, how does this work? It's been forever and a day. Allied Air segment. How many air points am I going to get?
Let's take a look at what you.
Heavy overcast. The die roll modifier is the air points modifier is a -1 to the roll. So it's just a D6. The best I can hope for is rolling a 5 or 6. Nope, no air points. So
Nice.
takes care of that. Um, see if I've got naval power. It's one of those things I should have on a handy dandy chart somewhere. As I keep looking for it. That's right, the rules have it under artillery. Naval bombardment is not available during rain with rough sea or storm turns. So I do have naval gunfire support this turn. So I have at least have that.
Yeah. You've
Okay.
you've got the rough sea part, but no rain, so.
But no rain. All right. So that takes care of that. So no air, no rail interdiction, no naval bombardment still. Okay. Into the mutual support supply determination. Allied player determines if support points must be used to keep any of his core headquarters supported. Okay, so the core radius for the US is now 3 hexes, not 2, counting half along the road. So 1, 2, 3. Fifth core is still a little bit beyond. I have to spend a support point at Omaha. I have it. So fifth core is still in supply. Everybody else was easily within the core radius. Okay. German player allocates SPs to those cores that will be supported. So you have 5. So
Ooh.
you have Cherbourg, which I keep forgetting about, 84th, 86th, 2nd Parachute, 1st SS, and 47th Panzer. So that's 6 cores. You get 1 for free. So if you
Okay.
spend all 5, they're all supported. but for some of your headquarters, you might not need to do that. Depends on if you want to support any kind of attacks. So I'm going to guess 47th and 1st SS because you've got Panzer units that you need to keep gassed up.
Yeah, Cherbourg's gonna be supported as well.
Okay, so you can flip him because he's at the U side right now.
Cherbourg supported, and gotta zoom in and take a look over here. Who else? Anyone else over there? It's just Cherbourg. It's just Cherbourg in that zone. Let's see. Second para is gonna stay supported. 84th turn. I don't have any mech tied to them.
I don't
No.
see. Yeah.
84th will unsupported this turn. I'm not attacking, I'm just defending with them, so that's fine. Keep second. And I don't have any armor over here. Or do I?
Now there's a trick you can do with the 86th Corps. You get that one division, the 346th.
Mm-hmm.
You can attach the 346th to the 1st SS, essentially leaving the 86th Corps without people to supply.
Oh, yeah.
And that way you don't have to spend a support point to keep the 86th headquarters going.
That'd be beneficial.
Yeah, I did that in the last game. After you got pushed over the Orne, it was kind of easy keeping 1st SS. He was just essentially right up the road and keeping the 86th Corps attached.
All right. So
again, the printed rules are a little odd, and one of the things I want to do is have one of the player raids that one of the guys that I met in Tempe, he had a player aid chart to kind of keep track of divisional attachments to cores. It's something you can do with just a couple of counters and a with a piece of paper essentially.
So I can attach the 854th and the 858th.
Yep.
And the 736th to 1st SS.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just 3 of those dudes over there. Okay. Yeah. So 86th is unsupported. And then, so that leaves 2 unsupported. And the rest are supported. You said I had 6. So that's 4 of them. But that means 3 because one's for free.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 support points. 1, 2, 3.
Right. And so now you can spend to flip artillery.
Yeah, I need to. Got this one.
Yeah, I need to take a look, see what I've used for artillery. I don't know if I
That's
have any
1,
actually.
2, 3. Oh, I don't get any free ones, do I?
One free one.
1 free one. Okay, so that's literally all my artillery right there. 2 support points plus that guy makes. I want to make sure I'm not out anywhere else. Nope, those are all loaded up.
All right, I got a Brit to flip this guy.
There, I'm down to 0 support points.
All right, so I flipped one British artillery. That I had used defensively. I believe that is it. Okay, why? Let me do the Americans here from 7th headquarter. I think nothing much has changed there. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and all the way up down there. And those guys are still out of supply. Your supply situation hasn't changed too much, except that this guy is now isolated.
Oh, yeah.
Isolated. Those 3 guys there, north of 84th, is still fine. Those guys can trace to the city. To a board, he has all those guys. Let's just go 1, 2. Actually, he's now in supply. You can attach him to Cherbourg. Yeah, fine. Coming up. Which is one of those silly rules because he's so far away and can't trace to his city. As he can trace a second parachute, so he's fine. So, okay, yeah, you did 86th. Trace into 47th. Okay, my God. He's in supply. 1, 2, he's in supply. He's still out. Guys are in. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3.
That's what my note is. Good, 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 good.
2, 3. He's in. 77th. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the 77th units can trace to 47th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5. The 275th can also trace. Actually, 4. 275th is actually he needs to trace to somebody. He's just out of supply. He's right in between 2P and 47th.
Okay.
Double check that. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6. Ooh, that's tricky. Hilltop doesn't block supply. Let's try that again. From second parachute down the primary road. 1, 2, 3 to Tourigny. 3.5 to the Bocage on the road. 4.5 because Bocage's only 1. 5.5 because that's Woods. And then 6. No, he's barely in. 2, 1. Oh, that's tough for me because I've got now 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, apply. Like I said, I've got a situation brewing over there. Which is a nice way of saying, uh-oh.
You're right. I've got problems.
Yeah. Okay. I believe that is it for supply. Okay, allied player turn. Operation phase, none. Army support. I get support points based on the Is it by the mulberries? No, based on the Allied depot track. Both the U.S. and the Commonwealth get 2.
Okay.
So Commonwealth go there. British Second Army. Um, Omaha's gonna get 1, and Utah's gonna get 1.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's
Okay.
good.
Sea landed support points. Omaha is getting another one. And the Brits are getting another one. And I got 2 rolls. For the charts. All right, let's roll for the box 2 on gold. Beach obstruction level, there isn't any. Sea is rough, so I got a +1 to the roll. No artillery, no German, no German, no German. So it's just a +1 to the roll. I want to roll low. 4 becomes a 5. I get 1 support point there. So the Brits are up to a
You rolled a
6.
4.
I rolled a 4.
I'm not seeing that up in the box.
Oh, that's weird. And the current game thing all of a sudden looks like I'm not connected. Really? Okay, wait a minute. Let me save the game. Oh. Did it kick me out of the room? You see it now? Oh, are you in the room?
I just backed out for a hot second, seeing if it resyncs me when I come in.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I saved the game regardless.
Alright, so
Oh, this
main
is weird.
room.
I see myself in 2 places.
Yeah, I see you in 2 places as well.
I'm
Main
in the
room
main.
and the OVKG room.
Okay, so
Waiting for game synchronization. Synchronization complete. Now there's 3 of you.
okay. I'm quitting. Fire it back up.
I'm gonna have to do the same.
Oh, all right.
There.
I'm gonna give it a different name.
Oh, OV, what are you doing?
OBKG shows both of us in there, so it's just gonna be KG.
There, I'll join that. Oh, this thing is all sorts of screwed up. Vassal, you terrible system.
Yeah.
Alright,
It has its
I have to
problems.
kill Vassal completely, so hold on.
Yeah, I completely left the Overlord Killing Ground module.
Well, it's currently, when it loads in, it likes to not load in full screen, and then to top that off, it likes to when it does synchronize, it
Yep.
likes to not put the map down.
Yeah. No, it doesn't resize the pane and all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
everything's all messed up. Preferences, general.
I sent this was a few years ago. I sent the guy who I think is in charge of the whole Vassal project,
Yeah,
and I offered my services and sent him a link to my resume. Didn't hear a peep and figured I'm not going to beg to join an open source project.
right.
It's like, dude, it's open source. I'm not going to beg.
Yeah,
So, all right. So I guess you can take my word for it. I rolled a four. It's got me 1 point.
sure.
Okay. So the other roll, another four, is probably the same thing. It's start up again. +1 for the rough, and no beach obstructions and no Germans. So another point for the Brits.
Very nice. I'm gonna go grab a slice of dinner real quick.
Okay. Actually, I might go get a beverage.
Okay, you can do that.
I'll save. Okay, I am back. Okay, so British supplies have landed. Brian, you there? All right, I'll just continue on. So, sea landed support points. We did landing box 1, landing box 2. I may expend a support point to modify the Mulberry construction roll. We have rough sea conditions, so I'm going to do that for the Brits. And give myself a -2 modifier. For the Americans. Oh, forgot about that. Mulberry box 2 is open based on the Mulberry construction. So I'm going to roll for support points going to Omaha. So I got a 3. Hey,
I made the mistake of making a slightly strong Tom Collins.
that is never a mistake.
Well, it's a little gin forward for the amount of lemon juice that's currently in there, but it'll work its way down.
Yeah. I'm sure, considering all the problems in the world, that one doesn't even rate. So
no. Oh,
all right,
so good.
Since we're talking cocktails, I have a lemon drop martini.
Very nice.
With some ginger bitters.
Ooh.
So it adds a nice little hint there on the finish.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I one of the things I do is when I make my lemon drop, there's so many different recipes. I use fresh lemon juice, but if depending upon whether the lemon has, I kind of have a mix. I go, it's 50% vodka.
Yep.
The other 50% is a mix of fresh lemon juice, limoncello, and triple sec.
Okay.
And so what that does, depending upon how juicy your lemon is, then I just push some limoncello in there to add some sweetness to balance the tartness of the fresh lemon juice and to keep the lemon.
Yeah.
And I find with triple sec, I use that as a, how can I put this? I use it as kind of like a balancing thing. You want some citrus in there, but nothing too overpowering.
Right.
So I use it as kind of like almost like a filler to a certain extent, and it's
okay.
Sweet, but it's really very subtle and comes out really nicely, I find. Okay, so one thing I noticed from the when I had the U.S. Mulberry, if you look, the Mulberry landing boxes, it says that both of them are open. So I just rolled to get more support points in. I rolled a 3 on Mulberry box B, or actually Mulberry A box 2, which was open from when I had improved the Mulberry last turn.
Okay.
And I didn't put any units in there, but it's just going to be supplies. I rolled a 3. Current Mulberry landing box modifier is a -2. So that's a 1. Sea condition is rough, so it becomes a 2. I got 2 support points at Omaha. Boom. So that's gonna help me quite a bit. Okay.
Okay.
So I expended 1 British support point to help the British Mulberry improvement later.
Yeah.
I might now spend 1 for the Americans as well, because I really want to get that going.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold off for now.
Okay.
So that takes care of that segment. I can use replacement points to rebuild eligible units. I have 3 British, 1 Canadian, 1 US. To be honest, I think I'm just kind of keeping them in the bank for now. Okay, I'm not going to spend any replacement points. I don't think I need to at this moment. And I really can't replace the paratroopers. I don't know if it's actually written, but
I think it
actually
is,
no.
because I had replaced some earlier, last time we played, and we learned
Mm-hmm.
afterwards that we couldn't.
Yeah, because they're specialized troops. You really shouldn't. Well, it's one of those things. Yeah, they're on the front lines, but they really shouldn't be out there for an extended period of time.
Right.
I think I am going to spend an American replacement point down in that unit in Colmont, so that's going to return to the deck. He's going to have an efficiency. Oh, vassal. Sometimes you bother me. Doing that, it's under regroup. Yeah. Okay. So that takes care of spending 1 US replacement. Boom. Okay. Next. Purchase replacement points. I've got 2, 2, and 1 that I can buy. I think I'm going to pass. Resting units, no. Recombined breakdown battalions, don't have any. Additional headquarters. I'm gonna spend 3 Omaha replacement points to get 19th Corps headquarters into the floating reserve. Takes care of that. Aggro release from the holding box. The Brits will spend 3 to get. Put that there for now. First Corps aggro.
Okay.
So I believe it just shows up. Again, gotta look at the rules. Release an aggro, 3 SPs. It replaces the aggro unit with an already landed heavy artillery regiment. So this will replace the 52nd. And it's under a regroup.
Yes.
Heavy artillery is placed 4 turns later. June 16th. And will arrive in the floating reserve. Okay. So that takes care of that. Sea landing. Time to land units. So the U.S. units are arriving disorganized. Still, the Commonwealth are under regroup. So we have a delayed landing of 39th. Going to wind up here under disorganized. Just a Mulberry B. Regroup. Everybody else
Oh,
needs
that's a
to
lot of
roll.
gin.
A
I just eyeballed it. And my eyeball was a little heavy-handed.
little, a little bit.
Like, yeah, that looks like a good measurement. Okay.
It'll be fine. 8th Corps is going to try and land. Just roll the dice. I need something low. A 4. And I don't know what that is offhand. So. Beachhex is adjacent. No. Artillery, yes. It's a +2. It's a +3. It's a +4. +4. 4 and 4 is 8. It's delayed. Of course it's delayed. This is what we get for not taking out the coastal artillery. We're paying the price. The artillery at Omaha, box 2.
Oh, I know all too well about the not taking out coastal artillery.
Yeah. So 4 plus 1 is a 5, plus 2 is a 7. I believe that is it. 7 is a land. Well, E-1, but that does not affect. So he's going to land there. Disorganized. Mulberry A, 117th Regiment. Of course. 6. The Mulberry landing modifier is a -2, becomes a 4. Beaches rough becomes a 5. That's not landing box 2. Oh, it's a regiment size unit, so it's a 7. Land, but E-1.
Those E-1s kill me.
Yeah, I'm not happy about them either.
That was my biggest complaint last time we played.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, yeah, everyone shows up, but they regroup right there on the beach. Like, what's so hard about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to Mark about that, and what he was trying to, it was being used not so much. It's one of those designed for effect versus designed to model.
Mm-hmm.
And the effect was you really didn't know what the unit's effectiveness was going to be until it first went into combat. Except, yeah, you do, because there's no mystery right now. You have it under an E- whatever, and it's tied into the replacement system.
Right.
So one of the things I'm doing for KG2 is you'll have a marker that essentially says, you don't know what the effectiveness rating is going to be until it goes into battle. And then that, because right now it's like you say, like, well, you didn't know what it was going to be. Well, it's like, well, I do. It's going to be -1, and I know what the printed strength is.
Right.
In theory, every American and British unit, in theory, can go up to a 3, except there's a maximum limit printed on the counter. And part of that was, well, it's based on historical whatevers. It's like, yeah, well, historical whatevers, we don't have leaders in the game, so I don't buy that. And otherwise, some players would just rest all their units until they roll back up to 3s.
Right. Like the like the 90th.
Exactly.
The 90th in this game is hit and docked because their leader was shit.
Yes. Although they did get better later because they had a better leader. So that kind of represents some of that too, that when you're resting a unit, it's also a case where maybe you're getting some leader replacements and things like that. But like in this case, evidently, because this again, it started with Killing Ground. So evidently the 4th Division did not have a stellar combat record in the time frame of Killing Ground. But they're landing with a max 2. It's
Right.
like, these are the guys who trained for the D-Day landing.
Yeah.
They should be a 3. Right?
They should be.
So one of the things you can say is, well, yeah, so we're going to cap the effectiveness based on historical things. And my response to that is, well, maybe they were capped historically because they weren't pulled out of the line, because higher command kept saying, let's keep sending the 4th Division in there. And the 4th Division is like, we've been fighting since June 6th. it'd be nice if we had some time off. So it could also be how they were used.
Yeah.
And from a game perspective, you can see allied players just, I'm going to rest everybody so they're combat effectiveness 3. Well, what you can do to offset that, and actually, if we were playing with tracking victory points, is there are certain victory point penalties for not liberating towns for a turn, right? So you can have that in there, that if you're not making progress, you're losing victory points. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can rest your units and have the best army available, and yet, well, the Germans are kind of too. So
Yeah.
that kind of plays into their hands. But
You're right.
anyway,
It's like, yeah, you're resting the military. Congratulations. But you know who else is resting because you're not attacking? The Germans.
Yeah, and who's filling the holes in their front line? Yeah, the Germans. Yeah,
The stronger units from off Normandy.
the reinforcements do keep coming.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so
As I am all too pleasantly realizing.
yeah.
Like, ooh,
Okay.
tigers!
Yeah. Aren't they nice?
Oh, they are formidable, that's for sure.
Okay, so we landed the units. So all units have landed. So now I can clear the boxes. Except for that. SP, SP. Did I roll for the 49th? I don't think I rolled for the 49th there. Let's roll for it.
No.
That's a 3, becomes a 5, becomes a 6. That's a land E-1. And again, that's a 2. And now, on the flip side, though, for the Brits, you do have this situation where they were running low on manpower by this point in the war.
Right. They'd been in the war for a long time at this point.
Exactly. So,
I mean, you're talking expeditionary forces in 39.
Yeah.
And then Dunkirk. And then they were
North Africa.
North Africa.
India.
You had the Blitz and the battle for the Channel. So, yeah, they were hurting by this point.
Well, considering they're an island nation and considering their size, they had an air force, a very large navy to man, and they were also in India.
Yep.
And they were in the Middle East. I mean,
as the rest of Europe, they still hadn't fully recovered from World War One.
No, not really.
Where they had lost a third of their male population.
Yeah.
Like, staggering numbers.
So that's an interesting thing, because I know, and you kind of are too, a World War One geek.
Yes.
It's very interesting when they're talking about the army sizes at the beginning of World War One and the manpower pools that were available, because they had about 40 years roughly of peace.
Give or take, depending on which country you were.
Give or take. But on top of that, what gets kind of lost in some of the shuffle in that conversation is the late 19th century and early 20th century advances in medicine, the lowering of infant mortality rates, schooling, which means now you have younger, you have children and young men coming of age who are in some cases more intelligent. And you not only have this manpower boom that can feed the military, they're smarter, they're healthier. There's a lot there. And for me, and whenever people ask me, why World War One, to me, that's the whole thing. It's like, to me, it's almost like history took this giant left turn, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get some kings, you get some republics, and you get the French, and you get the Americans doing some their republic thing, and all these systems are in place, and then all of a sudden there's this giant war where the defensive weapons are better than the offensive weapons.
Yeah. I like to people
to a staggering degree.
I've had people ask me, why World War One versus World War Two for your favorite, and I was like, well, because there's this huge juxtaposition of technology had made such a leap forward, but not where it counted when it came to military. You still had guys originally marching in line and file into no man's land to get blown to pieces by 7-kilometer artillery.
Yes.
Like, we're talking cavalry charges still were occurring in the first year of that war.
Yes.
Cavalry charges. Not an
Oh.
armored cavalry, horse cavalry. And like,
So an excellent book that I'm
there's
going to recommend to you.
just this weird juxtaposition of like newer technology not matching up with what was going on at the time in war space. It was impressive.
It really is, and there's this. It's the what technology was able to do versus what, because at the beginning of any war, the generals typically are fighting the war they knew, which was the last one.
Right. And in the
Right.
case of Germany, you're talking the last war Germany had at that time was the Franco-Prussian War
Yeah.
in what 1880.
Yeah, or you were fighting colonial stuff, which was just kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah,
whatever.
because the British, their last war before World War One was the Boer War
Yeah,
in South Africa.
yeah,
Like, okay, you're fighting guys who still throw spears.
yeah. Or you're
Which-
fighting guys with like guys, the farmers essentially.
Yeah,
Right.
pitchforks and muskets.
You're
Like,
fighting irregulars. Yeah, you're fighting irregulars at that point.
skirmishers, irregulars. You're not fighting trained military forces.
So I have a book recommendation for you.
Oh,
It's
I'm interested.
It's called The Last Great Cavalry Charge.
This is about the Light Brigade.
No, this is the Battle of the Silver Helmets.
Oh,
Halen, 12th of August, 1914.
the Silver Helmets. Is that those guys for that Dutch place or the Belgian place?
Yes, that's the museum that
Okay.
I donated that document to.
Okay.
So, the guy wrote a book on it. And what's interesting about this is you have the German, I think it was the 9th Cavalry Division,
Mm-hmm.
up against the Belgian Cavalry Division.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was the Germans still fighting like, yeah, we have I think it was they were the Uhlans doing cavalry charges over farmland that they had not reconnoitered yet. The Belgians had dismounted and had machine guns.
Oh.
From the Belgian point of view, hilarity ensued.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that's why it became called the Battle of the Silver Helmets, because after the battle, there were so many silver. Well, it wasn't actual silver, obviously, but the silver plate helmets that the Germans were wearing had littered the battlefield.
Yeah.
It was so bad that they were doing cavalry charges. They didn't know that there was a sunken road at one point.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah. And low barbed wire fencing. Oh yeah, it was. I mean, it was not a happy day for the vaunted Germans. That particular day, and unfortunately, it's probably like one of the very few, if only Belgian, like real victories. But even that was like a taste of, yeah, they dismounted and had machine guns and were able to
obliterate incoming cavalry charges.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, very good book. I was able to walk a little bit of the battlefield, and like I said, that museum is a diamond. I don't want to say in the rough because it makes it sound like it's something else, but it's just hidden. Like
it's a hidden gem.
Nobody's going to Halen.
Yeah.
Right? On vacation.
Right. Because it's this tiny little Belgian town in the middle of nowhere, Belgium.
Tiny little Belgian town. The guy who runs the museum, his family's farm, which is where his current place is, was on the battlefield, was practically on the front line.
Yeah.
And he runs a little sawmill lumber yard for his day job, and the museum is just in this barn that's on his property, and it is just filled with fascinating stuff.
As long as I can pick up some GD double fried duck fat pommes frites, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because Belgian pommes frites are the I've found them here done the same way, like double fried in duck fat, and it's ruined regular French fries for me.
I bet.
I'm like, oh no, nothing will ever. The only thing that comes close is poutine.
Yeah,
It's the only thing that comes close to being able to match a good Belgian pomme frite. And I'm just like, no, okay. Thanks, McDonald's fries. You're no longer in my existence of realm of deliciousness.
no, I know.
It's like I've forever been spoiled by the goodness of double duck fat fried pomme frites.
Hey, you had me at duck fat. I mean, that's just that is yeah, that is amazing. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Oh, that'll do it, man.
I finally last year we went to Claire and I went to Quebec.
Yep.
And I finally had poutine up there, and
the closest you'll get, the closest you'll get here in the States, by the way, to like real Quebec poutine, is going to Old Orchard Beach, Maine, and going to the place called Pure Fries.
Okay.
Old Orchard Beach gets so many Canucks that they actually fly a French Canadian flag in their in their town rotunda.
Nice.
That's how many French people they get during like vacation time. And Pure Fries serves an amazing, delicious, thick gravy cheese curd goodness that is just mwah.
Yes. No, the poutine I had, it was funny because Claire, who's she tries to eat well and all this, and she's just looking at my bowl of wonder, and
that's a good way to put it.
She's like, "Are you gonna eat all that?" So you bet
your ass, yeah.
And it was pulled pork.
Oh God! What are you doing? Oh, that sounds so good.
Pulled pork poutine. It was like, oh man, this
is. I may or may not have tears in my eyes right now. That sounds so good.
It's like, I was across the table. It's like, I love you, but right now it's a toss up between you and this bowl.
I look out a little bit. Whenever I order poutine, I know I never have to share. Christina's not a fan of it. So I never have to share poutine if I get it.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, oh, no, all this gravy, this is mine. And I mean, I try and eat healthy now too. It's like, I'm working on losing weight, I'm being healthy, I'm working out, I go to the gym all the time, but whenever there's a place that has poutine, ooh, all bets are off.
Oh, the siren song of poutine. If I'm on the rudder, that ship's going there full speed.
It's like, let me sing you the song of my people, and that song is, you're fat. My inner fat child screams and squeals in delight when I see a thing of poutine on a menu. Especially if you can add fun things to it. Like, I have seen pulled pork poutine, but have not tried that yet.
Oh, that was so good. And I'll tell you what, it was just one of those things of, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, cheese curds, I don't really have them. And it's like, well, it's cheese, well, how bad can it be and all this stuff. And it's like, I get this bowl and it was just like, I'm just digging in going, oh, this is the best thing ever. I mean, where have you been all my life?
I've had poutine with bacon bits.
Ooh.
I've had poutine with foie gras.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, talk about something decadent. I couldn't move when I was done with that.
There is that.
I was like, oh God, it's so hot right now. It was like the middle of January. I'm sweating.
Just somebody get a hand truck. I need some help.
It's like, don't look at me. I'm disgusting.
Somebody go find a Teamster. I need to go back to the hotel.
Yeah. Oh, that could be a cube. It's a deadly game.
Yes.
Poutine is a deadly delicious game.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay, somehow we've gone from World War II to food porn, but okay.
It happens. We have interesting conversations. So that's half the entertainment for me of this game. We get in these tangents about, World War II and World War I and the Belgian Battle of the Silver Helmets. Oh, you know what? Belgian duck fat pommes frites. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
poutine. Yeah, follow that in a regular. If this was a printed, like this was a show and it was a script, and someone printed this and someone read this, they'd go, "No, this is ridiculous. What are you doing?"
So we said this is the Robin. This is the Robin Williams of war games.
Oh yeah, his stand-up where he just switches from one topic to the next. Boom. That's exactly what's happening.
Oh yeah.
There's no segue. There's no smooth transition. We went from World War One to World War Two, or from World War Two to World War One to pommes frites and poutine in the span of 4 minutes. That is an impressive talent that I'm never gonna let go of. Ooh,
It's all good.
squirrel.
Yeah. It's all good and very informative.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't like hearing about the deliciousness of Belgian duck fat fries and pulled pork poutine?
I say it might not be informative to any particular person through the entire thread, but it's going to be informative to somebody.
Someone somewhere will enjoy one piece of what we've talked about so far, whether it be the history or the food.
Exactly.
We are a purveyor of fine entertainment to a multitude of people.
Yes. That's the goal.
Yeah, right? Someone right now is watching this in the background and they're going, fast forward. They're skipping 30 seconds at a time because it's just food talk. They're like, get to playing the game. And then there's the other person who's skipping through the game because they're a little bit bored, and then finally they hear food and they go, ooh, no, tell me more.
Yes. Old Orchard Beach. Where is that?
Yeah, that's in Maine. It's really delicious.
Yeah. All right, back to the game. Where were we?
You had just landed, I believe, the 49th.
Yes, and I got to go from the floating reserve into the landing boxes. 11th Armored is taking the Mulberry. Let's land 33rd Tank in box 1. I feel good with my rolls in box 2. On the American side, the delayed landing stuff is really a pain. Where did 30th land? 30th is coming in on Omaha. Okay. I've got 2 regiments of the 30th. Oh, I want to bring the Corps in. 19th Corps is going to land. One thing about this game, you got to make some tricky decisions.
Oh, yes. I am well aware.
9-7 is coming in.
I had a hard time figuring out what to do with the Americans half the time. I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do over here? The British were easy. Everyone who lands like Sword and Juno goes to Carentan. Anyone who landed in Gold was headed to Bayeux, and from there they were going to go south. But the Americans, I'm like, yeah, there's so much to do in the peninsula. What the hell am I supposed to do over here?
Obvious. It just is not obvious.
No, it depends on what the Germans are doing. It literally depends on how the Germans are lined up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. They've got like double lines over here. I can try and push up the coast north. Nope, they closed that off. Okay, time to wheel around and go another direction. Nope. Okay, I guess we're gonna try and cross the river. Oh yeah, sure, that one worked. But that's if that's how that's lined up.
Yeah, it's like, okay, do I bring supplies in? Do I do whatever?
Yeah, until that mulberry is completely finished, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
I really, it was a slugfest when I was doing the American thing, trying to figure my way around anything that was happening. And then as soon as that mulberry was complete and the depot was down,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh wow, hey, this game got really, really easy. You're having a hard time? Sorry, Ken. I'm so sorry you're having a hard time. All of a sudden, this game is friggin' like tossing snake eyes all day long. This is the easiest shit ever.
Oh yeah, now what? Yeah, once that depot gets complete, it's like,
Oh God.
You mean we get beans and bullets? Yes.
We can eat and move?
And there's gasoline too? Holy.
Wait,
Oh
you're
my
telling me
God.
we've got tanks to roll with us?
Yeah.
No way. We haven't seen a tank since the landing.
And
All
it's
of
like,
a
oh yeah, the
sudden they're
Bocage.
showing up.
Yeah, but then it's like, yeah, the Bocage is still there. It's like, yeah, that still sucks.
That part does suck.
Yeah.
That part is a little on the rough side. But yeah, no.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna. I have crappy weather anyway, so you know what? Here comes the reinforcements. I'll do what I can do. All right, that takes care of that flame reserve. Reinforcement. What do I got? I got. That doesn't belong there. It belongs to the floating reserve. 11th armored. 15th division. I believe that's a Scottish division. 33rd tank. Some more artillery. Some more kind of useless anti-tank guns. Kind of useless, no. Okay, vassal, stop.
Nope,
Stop doing what
it's
you're doing.
not going to. Whatever it's doing is going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I got a full division that's trying to get to Utah. And, good luck. All right, that takes
Vassal's
care.
like, no.
All right, I have to move the game turn track too. Okay, so that takes care of reinforcements. All right, movement phase. Here we go. I have some things to figure out, and I still don't have an air force.
I think this is a record for us, by the way.
For what? No, not having an air force.
No, hitting the movement phase. It's taken an hour and 15 minutes to get there.
You know, if you do decide to World War One, I can bend your ear for like 3 hours. I mean,
Oh, trust me, I could go on and on about the shit that I have read and learned that I'm continually impressed by. And now I'm learning about the Franco-Prussian War, and I'm even more impressed by some of the shit that happened then. Like,
oh,
whoa.
good book on Franco-Prussian War. Jeffrey Warrow has a good book on that.
How do you spell Waro?
WAWRO.
W-A-R-O?
WAWRO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has a good book on that one.
That sounds like it.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. I need those guys down there. 1, 2, 3. Stop moving down there. So, still hamstrung a bit, but do that. Okay. Yeah. Sure about that. I might not. Yeah, I can't do anything there. I don't care. I'll keep the POWs in place. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's funny.
What's that?
Keep the POWs in place.
Yeah, the 350 second.
I know they're I mean, they've been fucked since the start of this whole game. They've been screwed for a long time.
One, two. Put them there. Where are those guys going? Yeah, there's not a lot of activity, but then again, I'm still fighting this war on a shoestring. Dude, I do that. There. Another core headquarters there. Meanwhile,
Ooh, I always like meanwhile. Meanwhile, our intrepid adventurers. It would help if when I spelled words in chat, the words were words and not whatever I just typed. I somehow fat fingered a 4 and an R together, so the word stream became stream for. Yeah.
I don't think that's a word.
Oh no. Like
Oh,
STR4EAM. It's like, haha, that's not a word.
I don't know. It could be leet speak for something. Who the heck knows?
I'm smart, but I'm not that kind of smart.
Oh, I could do that actually.
You've got mail.
Do that. Look at this little tank guy. You just showed up with a whole regiment of Panzer Grenadiers. Well, it was special.
Everyone loves grenadiers. Grenadiers bring the boom.
Grenadiers bring the boom. Nice. We need t-shirts made.
I would wear that shirt. I would wear that shirt so hard. Grenadiers bring the boom. Much different strategy than I had. Your Brits.
Yeah.
Oh, then again, the Brits had a harder time when I was playing.
I don't think it's better, but let's see.
Different. Definitely not better. Different.
Yeah, just different.
I had the problem of the Germans had amassed this German wall south of Bayeux that I had to try and march my way through. That wasn't happening. Hence that carpet bombing I did that one time, which was fantastic.
Oh, carpet bombing is fun.
Oh my god, that was such a fun gameplay mechanic to actually get to do.
Yes.
Oh, that
Okay,
was
so
something
again,
different.
when I was in Tempe.
Yep. For
and
Consim.
For Consim, playing the Germans, and we were like, oh, we're doing well. And then the depot gets created, and then the carpet bombing starts.
Shit.
And it was like, hey, we're doing pretty well over the Cotentin Peninsula. And it's like, oh, our front line has turned into a bleeding wound. It was so bad. I was like, here I am kind of hoarding all my panzer divisions around Khan going, yeah, I think I'm going to do a counterattack. No, I'm not going to be able to do a counterattack. Oh, this is not good. Which I think was the understatement of the game.
Oh, probably. Dropping the microphone.
Mic drop. All right.
Wow, wow, wow.
What do we have there? Okay, 51st, 51st, 51st. Oh,
You
let's
over
see.
in the con area right now?
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's some kind of mayhem I can do.
Eh.
I can't move there to there, and I can't like go there to there, and I can get them in. These guys are like, really? It's like, yeah, really.
I mean, you can try, but I've pretty much strategically placed myself in towns,
Mm-hmm.
meaning
All right.
I won't have to attack you. And there was that whole learning I could replace people without taking a loss. That was really helpful.
Yes.
I had like, I had all these replacement points saved up, and you go, "Oh, hey, you can do this, by the way." And I'm like, "What?
What?
A whole new world has opened up to me. I'm gonna replace 18 people at once. Get ready for this." Oh, that was glorious. Oh, that was such a good day. Hey, you can do this. I can do what? I don't have this happen to me? Get out of town. Oh, oh, that does not look good. Oh no, he says to himself.
I heard you.
Oh, yes. 2, 3. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. You've you've got the armor superiority.
Well,
That's that's not good.
you only have Mach 4s. What are you gonna do, right?
They put those side plates on them for a reason.
So you can hear a clang before the
Before the timed explosion, yes.
yes, you can hear the death knell.
Oh, talk about death knell. Have you ever seen the Russian movie about the T-34?
No, I have not.
Oh wow. So Russian soldiers captured as German prisoners. Um, they're forced to work in some place. It's like a camp of sorts, but they're Germany's trying to like reverse engineer a T-34,
Okay.
and the Russian soldiers decide they're going to break out, and they steal the working T-34, and they do it during live fire training, where the Germans are supposed to be practicing their shooting at the T-34 that they're inside.
Okay.
Yeah, and this movie, it's all in Russian, so the entire movie is subtitled. Um, it's Russian and German because the Germans are speaking German, but the Russians are speaking Russian. There's zero English, and uh, there are multiple action shots of shells ringing off the outside of this tank, with the guys inside reacting as if their eardrums had just blown out, because that's how a shell hitting a tank actually sounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they got the interior shots of this thing done pretty freaking well. Like better than Fury. Better than Fury. It was impressive. Some of the action shots are a little on the definite the improbability might be high side. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
a shell fired from a German tank that bounces off the cobblestone street, which is uphill,
Mm-hmm.
at the T-34, and when it bounces off the cobblestone street instead of burying itself into the cobblestone street, and then bounces off the underside of the T-34. And I was like,
That's a lucky shot.
yeah,
To
I was like,
say the least.
thanks, movies. That's Russian Hollywood for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
those poor guys at quarantine are fucked too, huh? I just saw what you were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying.
I was too busy looking at my 21st Panzer guys going, oh, those poor bastards. And then I look at the other guys who have no armor, and I'm like, oh, you poor bastards. But 2 of them are attacking from across the river. That may help them. May. Any other attacks? Yes, no?
I think that's going to be it for the attacks.
Okay. There might not be many, but they do scare me. Oh, look at you all being all out of supply and everything.
Yeah, I'm overextended to say the least. Again, I got to get those depots up and running.
Do I have some thoughts that I wish could work? Oh, that would be so much fun to do to you.
I believe that's going to be it for movement.
God, I need more reinforcements and faster. It's my problem. Or, oh, even more. Just say fuck it in one area and send a whole bunch of shit to a different area just for fun.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to have fun, guy? You can have fun. Okay, movement is done.
Okay.
Just kind of tweaking things here and there. It's time to clear Carentan, hopefully.
We shall see.
Okay, my combat
Cause
results table up here. What do we have? So
oh yeah,
ground.
that'd be helpful to have, huh? Pull
So
up my
ground
Discord
support.
real
I have no.
quick
I still don't have
and
new force.
open this. There we go. Combat results table. I'll even open up the tech just for fun. Oh, don't need that. I want vassal open. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right. So attacking that isolated unit northwest of Carentan, I'm going to fire. I have no ground support. I haven't had ground support for a week. Artillery. I have a 5-shot. Do you have artillery?
I do have artillery. I will fire some 7th Nebelwerfers.
So you have a 3-shot.
I do.
Yeah, I don't have an artillery table on here. The table. Why don't you go ahead and roll your die? It's unmodified. Just don't roll a 6. Well, actually, I'd like you to roll a 6, but
2.
all right. So you have
1 shift for me.
1 shift for you. I have a 5-shot. You are.
Please throw a 6 or a 7.
You are in lowlands. They're not even flooded lowlands. So it is. It's not flooded. Not anything. There's no rain. Artillery is U.S., so I even get a -1 on a 5-shot. Oh, please. I want a 2.
Gross.
Yeah, I got 1.
Whew.
I got 1. That
All
cancels.
right. Cancel.
I do have naval gunfire support. I will spend it. And because it's the first shot, it's essentially free. All right, see what we got. The C chit has been picked. I need a 1 chit. This is the 90th. A 2 chit. I already have a 2 chit there. Okay, so
I need a 2-chit.
why don't you go ahead and pack?
Right? That's a C2? Yeah, C2.
Yep.
Boom. And a reveal. And hey, 6. That's
Hey, look at
better than I
that.
thought it was going to be.
Deal. Oh, look at that. That can't be right. No, it isn't. It was returned flipped. Okay, good. It's like, damn, what the heck was going on there? You know, 1 chit. Okay. So, guy. Go. All right. I am expending supply from 7th Corps, which can be traced to that recon unit. So that takes care of that. All right. So your defense is a 6. Reduced to a 3 because you are isolated. So I'm going to start with the recon unit and go clockwise. I have a 7. It is halved because of the river. That is a 4. Do I attack with the knight? No, that's okay. 357th is out of supply, so it's going to be halved plus river halved again. So that's going to be 6 to a 3, 3 to a 2, making 6. This guy is an 8, half to a 4, so I've got a 10. And the other guy is 9, half to a 5 is 15. So I have a 15 to 3.
That's a 5 to 1.
5 to 1 so far, 6 to 1. Divisional integrity, you do not have it. I do. So I've got a shift for divisional integrity because all my 90th guys are there. Combined arms, no. Armor, no. Specials, no. Hilltop, no. Town, city, no. Major, minor, river, I am. Let's count that up. I am equal with regards to being behind the river or not. If half or more attackers, and that is exactly half, which means you get a shift. No heavy
Hooray!
so it is a 6 to 1
Gross.
in the lowlands.
Even more gross.
An 8.
Roll stupid high.
You take a step loss.
Just one?
Just 1. You don't even retreat or anything. Just
Ooh.
missed a retreat.
And what about you?
Nothing.
Oh. Fiddlesticks.
Yeah. So
Hey, failed attack. I'll take that. Well,
it's a minor victory. I'll take that.
yeah, minor victory.
Okay. So you're at a 3. You'll be at a 2 next time.
I have to flip this because I shot.
Yes, same here. Okay. Next, I declined the attack there because I needed to keep a support point for Omaha because my headquarters is so far inland that my infrastructure can't support it.
Mm-hmm.
I could have done an unsupported attack. I chose not to because you're not going anywhere. Meanwhile, back at the front,
Yes.
this is going to be possibly Chinese interesting. Okay. Okay, once again, no ground support. Do the attack there. Yeah, it's okay. I was thinking about it. I am going. This is a supported attack. Oh yeah, I spent the Omaha. British Army. It's support. Okay. Ground support, none. Artillery, I have some. How about you?
Yeah. In fact, I fire 8 shot.
So it's the second number. So where's your 8 shot?
Oh, it's the second number.
Yeah, and
So
I'm
that
gonna take a
4
look
and the 4, I've got the first SS, and I'm gonna fire the 7th Nebelwerfer as well.
All right, so let me take a look at that to see if you can actually do 2 in one shot, because there are some limitations.
Okay.
Mm, oh, that. Yeah. No more than 2 artillery units may provide support to a defending hex. Okay.
Ah, so
So
2 is the limit.
yeah, so you've got what? Which 2 units? The first SS and the 7th?
Yep.
That is a 6-shot.
6 shot. What's the 4 in front?
That's for attacking.
Ah, okay then. The Americans don't have that problem. The Americans are just the same kind of number.
Yeah, it's like a 5-3. So it's like, yeah, they
Yeah.
still defend the 3. But
Okay.
so I'll have a 5-shot. You got a 6-shot on defense, which is going to guarantee you something. And there's no modifiers for defense. So go ahead.
2.
Yeah, it's 2 shifts.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'll flip them. And I'm going to flip my guy with a 5-shot. Of course you'd be a 6. I don't think you're in any kind of. No, you're in a town, so that's going to be a ping. Awesome. Oh, you British people. Okay, so.
Ah.
Oh,
And
Monty's not happy. Monty is
unfortunately, your
not
aggro is
happy.
under regroup, so you couldn't use him yet either.
Yeah, Monty. That's Monty's excuse. Well, we made the aggro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
Um.
I should have been able to fire as soon as we were ready. Nope.
All
Nope.
right.
Nope.
I do have the naval. Unfortunately, you're not within 4 hexes, so it's only a 1 shift. So I do get that. Okay, so you need to pull a 3-chit.
Ooh. I like that number.
Yeah, I bet you do. I'm pulling. I have the 2-chit already there.
Oh,
I need a.
I do like that number. That number is delicious.
Well. Okay, just because I'm being anal about this. All right.
I
Time
was like, oh, I
to
look like I'm attacking into the middle of nowhere.
1-chit, reveal, not flip, reveal. Yeah, flip it back. Thank you. That guy and that guy. Oh, it's like a 1-chit as well. The Brits are just being the Brits. We have there. Also a 1-chit. Jiminy H. Cricket. So I used Disney's name in vain. Okay, here we go. All right, you are defending with. You are in. It's clear turn with the town, so your armor is doubled. So you are defending with 10 and force 14. All right, I'm attacking from the west going clockwise. I have a 9 and 2 is 11. 11 and 7 is 18, 20, 24. The armored engineers. 24 and 4 is 28. 28 and 2 is 30. 37, 39, 41.
It's like a 2-1,
Rounds,
3-1.
rounds up to 3-1.
Okay.
So it's not the horrible thing I was beginning to wonder about. So let me just do this.
It's actually better than I thought was going to be.
Oh, believe me, it was better than what I thought it was going to be.
Oh, really? I was like, oh no,
You
he's
pulled,
gonna. I was like, oh, he's gonna have like a 6-1.
you pulled that giant shit out, and I was like, oh, this might be okay. So here we go. Down the combat results table, divisional integrity. So with the new rule in place, I have the divisional integrity with the 51st. Now you have 21st Panzer. And I'm looking to see where your other 21st Panzer guy
3
is.
away. No, those are Panzer Lair.
Oh, 3 away to the west. So on defense, divisional integrity has to be within 2 hexes.
Mm.
So you do not have divisional integrity.
Nope.
Okay, that gives me something. Combined arms. Yeah, you have it. A little bit. So defender gains a shift if no attacker combined arms. So the rule for the Brits that I have here is that they do not get combined arms on the attack, even with those tanks lined up with all those infantry units. So again, going back to original Killing Ground, I was talking to Mark about this. He seemed to think that there was a lot of problems with divisional integrity. And from what I was reading in my recent book on British armor in Normandy,
Yeah.
the armor had a hard time doing working with the infantry, particularly early on. So what I'm saying is the British will get armor. They will get combined arms on defense, but not on the attack.
Okay.
Unless you have implied combined arms. So there's the 7th Armored has the unit in parentheses in A. They will get it.
Okay.
But the stacked armor width doesn't quite get it. So because I have no combined arms and you do, you get a column shift.
Ooh, yay.
And then that is another change I made, which is essentially on defense. Why would you not be able to take advantage of combined arms? But
Yeah.
all right. So you have the shift. Armor superiority, you have 4 dots.
Yeah, you have more than that.
I have 1 white, 3 white, 4 white, which matches, and 5 white, which gives me the shift. I've got the funnies, which gives me a shift.
Mm-hmm.
City town, I believe you're in a town.
I am.
Is your shift. So after all that, we're even at 3-1 in the clear.
Wow.
Oh, Dice Gods, are you happy with me?
Nope.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Nope. That's a 10.
Oh gosh.
Now the question I have is, what does that 10 show up as in the clear?
1 DR1.
Oh, with a ping on me.
It's a ping.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You got punished.
9, 7. Fucking, I pulled a 4 chit, really? Okay, so the 9 flips. Since they're both 5s, I do not take a loss in my special unit. Flip that. 1 stack is he's got 3 units. 2 units, 3 units, 2 units. As the French would say, merde.
Yeah, no, that's
Who invited the Free French to this battle?
Vichy France, even worse. Wow. That went about as good as I could have hoped for.
Okay, the number of stacks that must disorganize as a result of combat is equal to the number of defending units remaining after the combat result is applied. So that so far is 2, with the following exceptions. Add 1 to the number of stacks that must disorganize if any defending unit in the hex still has a zone of control, which you do have. So that's 3. Other things eliminated. Other things were disorganized. I need to disorganize 3 stacks.
Holy shit.
It's a giant fucking thing. And a retreat result on top of that.
Even
so
I'm grimacing for you.
that's bad.
3 stacks disorganized. Jesus.
So that's disorganized.
That's huge.
That's disorganized. And I gotta do this one because otherwise I'm leaving a gaping hole in my line because of a lack of Zoc. Okay. Well.
Hot damn.
We have them where we want them, sir. All right.
Are you sure?
Pip pip, tally ho.
That sounds like British stoicism for you.
Yes.
They're on the ropes. No.
Stiff upper lip and all that.
Yeah, carry on.
Carry on. It seems that Jerry has a bit of backbone that we didn't anticipate.
It's not all sauerkraut and beer brats, is it? No.
I love that line from a Burst Too Far. What was that they were saying? Old men with bicycles? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, when the Brits realized we may have fucked up.
The one time Monty gets bold. That's
Yeah.
the poor guy. I mean, he does get a bad rap. But,
of course he does. He has a track record that shows bad rap. He got bold once, and then it was like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, that was wow. All right, so
that's a great idea.
Oh, that was just a bucket load of fun, is what that was. Okay, so
your minor victory in Karatan, it almost seems like a major victory now.
I'll take what I can get at this point. Combat phase is done. Targeted air. If I have air. Engineering phase. It's sad when okay. It's sad when the engineering phase is becoming your favorite phase in the game. Improve positions. Nah. Bridge engineering. Yeah, we're getting there. Clear beach. Nah. We're way past that. Mulberry. I'm going to roll for the Brits. I need a. So +2 for rough with the -2 is a wash. I need a 5 or less.
There you
Yay. Go. Let's flip them. Second mulberry is now open.
I also frequently felt like this was my favorite.
U.S. mulberry. I did not spend, so I need a 3 or less. 50-50. Yay.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that. Americans are like, yeah, we're building stuff. That's what we do.
Wow, your Americans are doing so much better than my Americans did. My Brits were the ones that had the mulberry and the depot done first.
Yeah, my American depots are kind of like, all right. U.S. depot.
Your U.S. and Brit depot have switched from what my U.S. and Brit depot were.
Yeah. I got a +1 for rough. The depot modifier is a +1. That's a +2. Depot modifier, yeah. Beach obstruction, no. It's the German artillery unit in range, which is really bogus. I need to do. I want to roll for the Commonwealth first. So they've got a +2. I need a 3 or less. 5 or less if I can spend a replacement point. 3.
There you go.
We can't fight, but we can bring supplies into the beach.
That counts for something.
US, please, something low. That 4. Gosh, even the virtual die hates me. Okay, so +1 for rough, +3 for the artillery. +1 for the depot modifier is a +4, makes it an 8. I can't even spend a support point. So the U.S. depot languishes behind.
Wow, and by a lot.
So that takes care of that. Disorganized regroup. I lose my regroups. You flip disorganized.
I don't I do have a couple of disorganized units. There's 1, 2. I think it was just the 2. Yep, just the 2 units as far as I can tell.
Got a few, but well, at least my aggro can fire and defense. That's nice.
There you go.
And the
That
Brits,
counts for something.
it does. And the Brits with their landing in regroup mode certainly helps a bit.
Yeah, now you're only waiting 1 turn for full strength compared to 2.
Yeah. I do believe that has done it. Okay. Remove. Save the game. All right, German player turn.
Hooray.
And my glass is empty. Man, I could have another drink based on that combat results table. Okay. German operation phase. So you can put SP's toward the operations, but you just can't do major operations. But on the flip side, you're pretty SP starved as well. In fact, you're at
Yeah.
0.
Yep.
So nothing happening there. You get 8. And hey, you get 8 because I don't have an Air Force.
Look at that. Right back up to
Yep.
8.
Oh my gosh. I feel like Mike Tyson. I had you on the ropes and somebody slipped you some brass knuckles. And I was like, what the hell just happened? Oh my god. Okay, replacement segment. German player determines how many replacement points he receives. All right, so let's go to the turn record track. You get a tank replacement.
Yay! Where's that going?
Yeah, where's that going? Any tank unit with a 1 strength.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
you get the one.
that's gonna
You get the one.
go.
Yeah, you get the 121st Panzer.
Yep.
But you have somewhere else. Not Panzerlehr, not that. Let's see. We'll look at the turn record track. Your Panzerlehr showed up full strength. Yeah, your Panzerlehr showed up full strength. So that would be the 21st Panzer would be the thing, unless you took a tank loss somewhere.
I don't believe I've had a single tank loss as of yet.
No, you just had the. I slapped your 17th SS Recon unit.
Yeah, but they're recon, so I expected that to happen.
Because he had the guts, the temerity to approach my unit.
That he did.
Wow, I actually have a. Wow, I actually have a. Oh no! That's right.
So that tank replacement unit is gonna go onto the 21st Panzer 100.
All right, so give it to him and give him a regroup. So if you want, you can pull the mechanized guy out in front. There you go. Put him on top.
Just like that.
And that is it for your replacement. You can also still do the cash in your step losses for replacement points. You've got 16 steps.
I'm going to do a German replacement point.
All right. Yeah, you got a lot of replacement points. Damn.
I do. And the 17th SS 38th is being replaced.
Yeah, that'll do it.
How do they get rid of the reduced though?
Oh, so if you do a right click, you'll see change label.
Yep.
And then you can just delete the change label. The label is, it says reduced.
Ah, okay.
And he's under a regroup as well. Yeah, so for some of those, I pulled the chit ahead of time. So there was another 17th, the camp group, but it looks like you already replaced him at some point. So
Yes. So that's a replacement point there.
mm-hmm.
Awesome.
There you go. Recombine breakdown, create Panzer
Check my
comp group
notes real quick, and
in reinforcements.
yep, that's literally all the replacements I had on my notes. So that's
So
good.
you've got possibly Panzerlehr Kampfgruppe, which would be like the Recon plus probably the Stug. Where's the Panzerlehr Recon?
Panzer Recon's underneath 1st SS Artillery.
Oh, so you could create the Panzerlehr Kampfgruppe with the Panzerlehr Recon and the 130th Stug that's next to it, and one replacement point. And that gets you one of those B212 units into either of those hexes.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, so in that case, spend a replacement point.
How many steps for a replacement point?
Just one step. Oh,
One.
no, not the steps, just one replacement point.
Oh, I was going to cash in some steps for a replacement point.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do this first. You get the replacement point. So I put the Panzerlehr there. So you can put that in either the Stug hex or the Recon hex. And you pull those units south of Con for me, and then I'll put them on the display. Bingo. And of course, he's under a regroup as well. Yeah, an automatic combined arms kind of thing. Yeah, those things are nice.
Yeah, right.
Second Panzer. Where's your Recon? Oh, he's over there, but you got no tank unit near him, really. You got the mechanized, but that's really the same. When does Second Panzer get their tanks? Oh, geez, you gotta wait till June 15th. Those guys were way back in the pipeline. Okay. So that's the Crate Camp group and reinforcements. Okay, did you want to? Yeah, you want to? You want to trade in? So
Yeah.
if you trade in, so it's 6 to get a regular replacement point, or you can grab immediately convert it. No, wait, it has to go. You trade in 6 to get a roll on the table, or you can just immediately convert it to a mechanized point and use it for one of the mechanized units.
So 6 for a roll.
Yeah, roll on the table. It's on the
None of my
OLT.
mech. I don't think my mech units need any replacements right now. Those are full health. That's full health.
It just says a lot about me. But anyway,
Actually, 12th SS, 25th. Looks like it could use one.
where's 12th SS 25th?
Northwest of Con.
Yep. Yes, you could.
They're mech, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use those 6 for the mech replacement on those guys.
Okay, so you can just send
Because
that.
everyone else is looking happy and healthy still.
Yep. So the chip goes back to the deck and put it under a regroup. And I see you've already spent your 6. Yeah.
Yes. We'll flip that first, and then we'll return it to deck. Now he's under a regroup, so I will actually dump that on top. Oh, I'm actually also going to replace The 858th of the 346th.
858th of the 346th.
East of Khan.
Yeah, that's a regular infantry, yeah.
So flip them and turn that to the deck. And he's already under a regroup sign, so that's fine. I just need to drop the replacement point.
Yep.
And then I missed him last time taking notes. I'm not worried about them. That's fine. They can languish in sorrow for being shit. What'd you get?
Spoken like all generals throughout history.
Sounds about right. These guys are all good. Can I replace the Ladusky unit, the 91st Kampfgruppe?
Where is he?
Northwest of Carentan, the one you attacked earlier.
Oh, that guy.
Can I replace him?
Oh.
Because he's isolated. That's my
God,
question.
I hope the answer is no. Applying replacements to reduced units. Non-armor replacements. A player spends replacement point. Replacement players. Yeah, that's a step. So I want to play may restore regiment with 1 step loss of full strength. Yes, a replacement point must be in supply and may not be adjacent to an enemy unit, with exceptions. German and U.S. infantry and mech infantry regiments, but not cadres, may receive an RP while adjacent to an enemy unit. Combat may not be initiated from the hex the receiving unit is in. Otherwise, all other replacement rules apply.
Sounds an awful lot like that's a yes.
It certainly does.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that's a yes, and I'm going to replace this guy right now.
And that chit goes back to the deck.
Yep.
What's nice is you can pull a shittier chit.
Possibly, or I pull the same chit.
Well, I know.
RNG is a thing. In fact, I think there might be one C chit that's even better than that.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet. Oh, well, let me drop that one down too. Boom. There. 5 points.
That is an interesting bit in the rules. Okay. Luckily,
Yeah, it is.
Luckily, I have the developer on speed dial.
Right? It helps knowing the guy who made this.
Oh, that is one of those things when you're playing the game and like the developer happens to be like, "Hey, can we do this?" No, you can't do that. But the rule says we can. Sorry. I apologize to everybody at the table. This didn't come up in playtesting.
Yeah, right. No one had that idea during playtesting. And it's a good thing you're playing with a hacker. My entire mindset is, can I break this rule?
That is what that's what developers should want. Sometimes it's not always the case, but
right, having a hacker play a game.
Yeah.
Like, what can I do to make this go in my favor?
Yeah, anything. Please, oh God.
That's a good question, right? Okay, can I replace that guy? He says isolated, but is it possible? So far in the rules, sweet.
I know the entire unit can't leave, but evidently
you can slip guys in the dead of night.
A whole bunch of replacements sneaking in under cover of night.
Hell yeah!
As far as I know, nothing in the rules says
those Panzerjägers.
Even the effects of isolation. If he was attacking, he was defending.
Second para dropped him off overnight for you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a question that's gonna be addressed to Mark right away. Hey, real quick.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to talk to the guy who's working on the next edition. Oh yeah.
That's you.
That's me.
Like, hey, Mark. Yeah. My smart-ass cousin had this idea that I really took issue with. Oh, what was that? He replaced an isolated unit. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's up there with my skirmishers attacking the Russian Grand Battery and swarming it like a cloud of ants. That was epic. And he took a look at like, what's happening here?
Yeah, no.
That was the best. What is this? Oh, I did this. No. Too late.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that shit.
All right, reinforcements. Here we go. You have. Where are you? Here we go. 25. Okay, so I'm gonna put them up on the map where we kind of had stuff before.
And the rail box.
Top of the upper right. So B11, B12. That's some artillery.
Ooh, coming in from
And
Brittany.
mine S10. S8, S10.
What's the DR for second SS?
Oh, Das Reich.
Oh,
Oh, and because it's a CAF group.
there were some special boys, huh?
Because they're a CAF group, these guys are in the second SS already. They have already formed that conf group. So that just goes into the conf group in box. I'm going to say. So you've got 25th Corps Artillery, some Stugs, and 2nd SS Das Reich.
Okay, so that artillery you said coming in where?
The artillery is B11, B12, so toward Brittany, which would be on the west edge of the map.
That means they're going into the rail box.
There you go. Yep.
The Stug you said was south?
Yeah, S9, S10.
Rail box.
Rail box.
And
right. S8, S10.
Rail box.
Rail box. There we go. All right. And you get to roll for a flak, either 1 or a 2 for the 4th Flak Regiment.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
That's a 6. That's the most negative. Nope.
Oh crap! I had some reinforcements I was supposed to bring in. Where are those guys? Oh, those are the Canadian tank units. Okay, what I want to do is I'm just going to put them on the beach. I'll just leave them there. Okay.
They coming in under a regroup?
They come in. Yeah, that's a good question. That's that whole tank replacement funky thing that they do.
Oh, yeah. Over on the tank rules, right?
Yeah. They return to the map as if they were reinforcements once the killing grounds friggin' rule. When you already have the depot set up.
Yeah, well, when the depot's set up, they come in. Reinforcements come in without a marker.
Yeah, put a regroup marker on it. Okay. So. So, considering where the Canadians are, I'm going to put them there. They're under regroup.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Considering where the Canadians are, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them here. Okay. All right. So, where were we? Right. So you get those guys in rail movement, and you rolled for the 4th flak. That did not work. I moved the marker over. Okay. So you're still at a -1, I think. Okay. So that takes care of that. That did not come in. Reinforcements. Artillery unit released to the holding box. You don't have any artillery units in the holding box. Nope. General air interdiction. Ha. Rail interdiction, nope. All right, you have movement phase. Let me just clear the movement tags. So you've got your tactical, strategic, and do the rail movement last.
Okay.
Because you don't get to
Tactical.
move because you don't get to move after the rail movement.
Right. Okay. So
They arrive.
tactical. Add a supply guys are moving at half movement.
Yep.
So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Shit. I hate this. We'll call that 3. 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. Because that sucks. These poor bastards. Well, I say that, they're moving at 6. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, half. Makes that like 1 and a third, 1 and 2/3. So we're going to call that 2, 3, 4. We're going to move that to right there. That's that tactical. And then these guys are going to go 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. Oh shit. 1, 1, 1, 2. I need to zoom in. Over. Now I can see the road. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. And then 1 there. Oh, yes. Perfect. That's some dirty shit right there. God, that's awesome. These guys are moving. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. We'll leave them there. You guys are gonna go right there. I lied. They're gonna go there.
Strata tactical.
This one's the regular movement, not strategic.
Okay.
No, I would have to attack you, right?
No, because you're in the hedgerow.
Oh, fucking solid. Okay. Then that's definitely gonna stay right the hell
Pay the
there.
extra movement point for entering my Zoc.
Yeah, let's see. They were at La Haye Dupuis. That's 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3,
Well,
1,
if they're at the high,
4.
you don't get half movement point on tactical movement. That's strat move.
Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puts them there.
Yep.
Okay. I'll leave those guys there. Because Strat would have to put them, what, 3 hexes away?
3 hexes away, exactly.
1, 2, 3. So I could Strat move them to the flak, and they'd be fine.
Yes. Yep.
Well, then we'll just call that what it is.
There you go. Nice.
They Strat moved. They're fine. We'll move them there. Dave. Rat. There. Stu did, not the other guy. Okay, regroup guys. Regroup guys move full speed.
Regroup. No, they're half speed. Round up.
5
Regroup.
rounded up is a 3.
Yeah. So regroup is exactly like disorganize it. The only difference is that you're that much closer to getting back to good order.
1, 2, 3. Guys are fine, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Just for fun. I'm actually gonna walk right into the bocage instead.
Okay, the movement.
Actually, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna go bocage movement is 1.5.
1.5. Yep.
3, 4.5 plus 1.5 is gonna be. Well, actually, no. I'll just leave him right there.
There you go.
Right? Is that what I wanted to do? Am I looking at the right unit? Yes. Yes, I am.
6. Yeah.
Shit. No. There. These guys are gonna move up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1,
And so
2.5, 3.5. Sure.
no, they were on the road, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4. Okay. Yep.
And so now I'm actually gonna redo these guys. This is gonna be 1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
4, 5.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring these guys back in.
Oh, we found the front line. Oh, the front line found us.
Yeah, and then let's see, these guys are go 1, and then that's
2.5, 3.5 might be. Was that? Oh, that's 1.5, 2.5. That
yeah,
might be
that's
too
too much. They'll
much. 2.5.
have to stay back,
Yeah.
just as a whatever,
It's good to have reserves.
right? So the red line means you only need to have 2 units of the same thing nearby to have support, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank
For,
God.
for divisional integrity, yes.
Oh, thank God I got that extra 17th SS up in there.
We're still got to be within 2 hexes.
Well, Kampfgruppe and the 37th are together.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice to be able to pull them in. Okay. That's good movement there. Oh, these poor fuckers. Way off the line. I forgot I had to move them. Let's zoom out real quick. Make sure they're the only ones. No, they're not. Yeah, they're going somewhere. Where are they go? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. We'll call that 2, 2. Then we'll go 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. I forgot the strat move. These guys are okay here. I think. Check. Actually. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Put him in Valet instead. These guys are gonna move down to 4 to here. They're also gonna go with them. These guys are gonna bump right into the town. That looks good there. I don't have it. There, he's moved. They're fine. They're fine. That's fine. Okay. I have 2 attacks. Two attacks.
I'm back. 2 attacks.
Yep.
Oh.
I have 2 attacks.
You really want those places, huh?
Well, I really want one.
Yeah.
The other just happens to be in a decently defendable position.
All right, pick your poison first.
Well, we're
Oh, wait.
definitely...
Let's do the rail move first.
Yes, before we forget that.
So where's the 25th Artillery going?
You said that comes in on the B side, so they're gonna try and come in. 25th Artillery needs to come in. If I zoom in, I can read the town names. Saint Martin de Besses.
Wow, where's that?
W4428, next to my 1049th units, the 77th.
4428. Oh, down there.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You need a 5 or less.
Look at that.
Yeah. Again, if we only had an Air Force. Everybody, if we only had an Air Force.
No, wrong one. Right there. Right there.
Nice. Okay. Next one.
Now, I've moved him in. Is he available now for assault during the attack on you?
Oh, okay, good point.
Because this is movement prior to attack, right?
Yeah, I think he would be available.
Perfect.
It is within 4, which is fine.
And he has a range of 4, which is even more fine.
Yeah, let me take a look just because every now and then.
Again, this is that hacker brain thinking. Like, oh yeah, hey, this unit just moved into range of attack on you of thing I'm gonna do. Can I use him?
Oh, right, yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's not considered strategic movement. Well, okay, so there's this one rule. It's one of those things that's like I read it once and I go, oh, that's interesting. So an artillery unit under disorganization or regroup cannot be used unless it's like an hex being attacked. The other thing is if an artillery unit that has been an artillery unit that has used strategic movement should then have a regroup marker placed on it to prevent it from being used.
Is it considered strategic movement to rail move, though?
Is rail movement considered strategic movement? That's interesting. One would think that, okay, but
I'm gonna hear, hello, Mark? Question.
no, this is gonna be one of those that I'm gonna make the final thing on. I'm gonna say no. Put a regroup marker on it.
A regroup marker on them.
Yeah, that's a bit different from tactical.
Okay.
I'm gonna rule oversight on that one.
Oh, okay.
Considering that the order is pretty specific, that it goes tactical to strategic to rail. Okay, so you've got the Stoogs.
They were an S, yes?
Yeah, well, you just need a four or less.
Yeah. Zoom in again and see if I can. They are gonna come in at Terigny-Souvir.
All right, 4 or less. Yep.
Got it.
Yeah. Do you still have to roll supply for that or not?
Terigny-Souvir.
It doesn't say, so I'm not gonna spread it. All right, Terigny. All right, next one is mech and regimental size, so you need a 3 or less. Where's he going?
That's a good question. One, I don't think I have an immediate answer for. I need to look. Going with you. Second SS, huh? This is my first second SS unit, isn't it?
Yes, I
I
believe.
don't think I have any second SS currently. I got second
Yeah,
Panzer
first
and
one.
17th.
Yeah, first one.
Okay, so where do I want to put an entire regiment? Or an entire division?
Yeah, the second SS is interesting because the next second SS unit you get is going to be 5 turns away.
Fuck.
And then you get some of their tank units, an additional 4 turns. Yeah, second SS, if I remember correctly, second SS had this kind of. Were they the ones doing terrible things in the south of France? I forgot.
Probably.
War crimes, yeah.
They're called Das Reich. They're probably the worst.
Yeah, they massacred 642 French civilians in the village of Oradour-sur-Glane on 10th of June 1944 in the Limousin region.
Wow.
SS Sturmbannführer Adolf Diekmann, commander of the 1st Battalion, 4th SS Panzergrenadier Regiment, the Führer, that committed the massacre, claimed that it was just a just retaliation due to partisan activity in nearby Toul and the kidnapping of Sturmbannführer Helmut Kampf, commander of the 3rd Battalion, although the German authorities had already executed 99 people in the Toul massacre, following the killing of some 40 German soldiers in Toul by the Maquis resistance movement. Yeah, they went on a little...
Fender bender, hellbender.
Yeah.
Damn. They'll come in at La Haye de Puy. I'll try and bring him in at La Haye de Puy.
Okay, so you need a 3. 3 or less.
Nope.
Stays there.
He stays there, or does the failed one mean he has to go to a south box and do the regular walk up?
No, he can stay in the rail reinforcements. You can just try it on a later turn.
Oh, okay. Very well done.
All right. That takes care of rail. Let's see, blah blah blah. I'll play German Ruben interdiction. We are at a 7. 2d6, 7 or less. Yes. Okay, so your rail capacity drops to 3. This resets to a 1. So now you can only.
I like how even without air, you were able to do some rail destruction.
Yeah, well, part of that is the resistance movement too, but yeah. So, I'm looking in the wrong book, of course. Reset equals greater than is no effect. Reset it to a 1. Okay, so it's down to a 1. All right, so that's down to 3. So that finally happens. Okay, now we're into the combat phase.
Okay.
Which one first?
Oh, we're gonna try and take Vicomte first.
Saint Vicomte, okay.
I've been after that like a jewel for a while now.
Yep. Okay, so let's figure this out. So first thing, ground support, no. On navals, no. Artillery.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I've got 9.
He's being serious about this. Wow. Okay, 9. I am in a city, which is a +2 to the roll. So go ahead and roll your 9.
A 1.
That's still two column shifts. Flip them.
That's really unfortunate.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's unfortunate you happen to be in a city. I roll a perfect 1, and it's like, no, sorry.
Almost a 3. Not quite.
Yeah, you just missed out.
Yeah. All right, flip. Okay, so you get those guys flipped. You get 2 column shifts on that. I have no defending artillery, no naval support. So now it's time for the odds. I'm defending with a 5. You are attacking with 6. Is this supported, by the way?
Yes, I moved Cherbourg on purpose.
There you go. Did you spend your support point?
Not yet. It's happening right now.
Okay. So you have 6. Oh, that's an old out of supply marker. You need a 2 chit. And it's a 4. Oh, that's a big one. All right, so you've got 6, 16, 19. 19 and 6 is 25. Darn it. All right, so 25. So 5 is a 5 to 1 with 2 column shifts already.
Oh, dear God, yes.
Now, seems pretty good so far. Divisional integrity. I got the 82nd, but it's yellow. I only have one within two, so I do not have divisional integrity. You also do not have divisional integrity. Okay, combined arms. I do not believe you have any kind of armor in the area. Neither do I.
No.
Armor superiority, no, and no special units. Well, there we go. City, town. Well, there we go. There's one for me. Hedgerow, no. Hilltop, rivers, no. 6-1 in the city. Oh God, 9.
Damn. What is that? What is that?
1D, ping to me. You lose a step, and one step will be disorganized, I believe.
6-1 in the city on a 9. Damn it, man.
Yep.
Well, I guess for you that makes up for your terrible attack against my 21st Panzer.
Add 1 to the number of stacks unless disorganized. If any defending unit in the hex still has a zone of control, which it does, so you lose 2. So you lose 1 step, but 2 of your stacks are disorganized. And you have to go in order of number of units in the stack. So everybody's got, it must be your 2 unit stacks are both disorganized. Whew, that could have gone either way. That's like a 50-50. Not that makes you feel better, but that.
No, but I
Wow.
mean, I had to try.
Yeah, you had to.
I need to dislodge them from Vicomte. I need to. Because it forces you to cross the river.
So the interesting about the history between D-Day is, again, the way it's taught and what the Americans seem to focus on, especially, is D-Day, yes. And then it's, yeah, the race across France. Well, so the race across France began at the beginning of August, which means they were fighting for just shy of 2 months in this crap.
Yep.
And then you hear Battle of the Bulge, where it's like, okay, there was kind of a battle. And
yeah, they completely gloss over Market Garden's failure.
Oh, Hurricane Forest doesn't even get mentioned at all.
No, Hill 400? Come on now.
Yeah, it's yeah. So, all right, so 2 disorganized, and you took a step loss.
Thank God I don't have to retreat.
From your 10, you didn't have to retreat, but your 10 unit takes a hit.
Oh, that's right, he does. But it's a good thing I can just replace him without any worries.
Yeah, you do have replacements. So what's happening here is, again, this battle for the first 2 months of this particular game is attrition, and that's really but attrition and maneuver if you can do it.
Yep.
So, and attrition is mostly favors the it favors the defender for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay, so and next, comment.
Let's do this other ill-fated assault.
No. Have faith.
I thought I replaced that SS unit.
You replaced the conf group who comes in -1?
Yeah, but the 17th SS that was hurt, I thought I had replaced him too.
It said reduced, right?
The conf group was.
Well, he would have been, if you just replaced him, he'd be under a regroup. That'd be the 38th.
That was the one that was reduced.
Yes. The 37th also entered reduced, but he's under a I actually gave him a chit. So no, he was not replaced.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's go through ground support. Obviously, no. Artillery, I don't have any. I don't see any for you.
No, unfortunately, I don't have any in that area as of yet. Well, okay. I do. He's just
no naval.
He's just unusable because he's regrouped.
I need to pull a 2 chit. That's not bad. You need to pull a 2 chit for the 275th and a 3 chit for the conf group. You are pulling unbelievable. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, so I've got a defensive 10. All right, so the 2 stack that you have. Let me just get that out of the way. So that. Move him there, move him back. Okay. Okay, so you've got 2 regiments, so you get to pick which ones you. I'm assuming that the 10th is going to be attacking up front, the Kampfgruppe. Actually, that's a 7.
It is a 7.
Yeah, and your other one, the 37th, is half strength. So that's going to be because the 2nd regiment attacks at half strength. So that's going to be 7 and 2 is 9. I'm assuming this is supported.
Yes.
Did you spend a resource support point?
It's been spent now.
Okay, you spent it for the other one too. I think so too.
I did. Yes.
Yeah. All right, so it's going to be 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 and 7 is 16. So 16 to 10 is just 2 to 1. All right, so let's go down the list. Divisional integrity. I do not have it. You do. Because of your 17th SS guys. Combined arms. I have it, which negates yours. If you had it, which you did with that parentheses unit. Armor superiority. I have 1 dot.
I have
1 white. So that balances out.
also a bunch of blacks, which
Yeah.
would have helped anyway.
Yeah, it helps on defense, but yeah. So, all right. So no armor, no combined arms. Where's my cursor? There it is. All right. No special units. Terrain, city or town. There is a town. Hedgerows, German only. Hilltop, minor river, major river, nothing. So it is a 2 to 1 in the bocage.
You also are on Hilltop.
Oh, I am on a hilltop. That's right. So it's 1 to 1 in the
You
bocage.
are
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Thank you.
8. That's not good.
8 on a 1 to 1 bocage is you take 2 step losses and retreat 1.
God damn it. I just can't get any fucking shit done in this area.
That's a I am. So your C3 is your first one,
Yep.
and then you get to pick out of the others.
Oh, that'll go here. And that's, you said those are retreat?
And then retreat 1 hex, yeah.
Ridiculous. I need some artillery and some fucking tanks.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have artillery next time I try.
Well, again, you do have replacement points. No, it's not going to help with the motorized guys, but for the regular infantry, it will.
Yes, I can replace that Kampfgruppe.
Yeah.
I can replace the 17th SS other unit. Oh no, he's motorized. I can't.
Yeah. But you can still cash in 6 steps to get a die roll.
Yeah. And then,
And
I
the
mean,
die
I could replace the
roll
257, 275th.
on a 3, 4, or 5, you can get a
Motorized?
motorized, yeah.
Okay.
That's always actually like, hey, I didn't get what I wanted.
Yeah. That's not helpful.
And it's a use it or lose it unless it's regular infantry, which is really like,
Oh, great.
yeah. All right, combat is done. Engineering, blown bridges, improved positions.
Actually, yes.
Oh, whereabouts?
2nd Panzer
2nd Panzer.
wants to blow the bridge at Adney-sur-Odon.
The stream bridge.
Mm-hmm.
You can. You
Just
might as
because.
well.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, it's 2 bridges.
Well, he can blow the bridge that he's in, so it's essentially.
Yeah.
What happened? There you go. Bridge blown. Right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's easy, and you might as well because the terrain is so difficult. Now, any blown bridge down here and all of this muck makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yes. Where
Yeah,
blowing it up in the clear didn't make any sense.
exactly. And like I
Yeah,
said,
no,
thing
you
I
don't
play.
want to move 3 for each armored unit and then 1.5 for everyone else through this crap.
Yeah, no, I played against a guy like around like Bayou. He like blew every single bridge across those streams, and you just kind of go, okay, so it's +1, and the bridge gets repaired. So you prevented me from going 1 movement point. Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. That is some hardcore movement factor counting. Is what that
Yeah,
is.
right.
Yeah, but all right. Anything else for blown bridges?
I think that's currently the only one I'm interested in blowing up right now.
Okay, no improved positions. Disorganization regroup. Your regroups go away. My disorganized guys flip.
Hooray. Oh, that extra SS unit is going to be an absolute godsend event. Do I have any more? I have a regroup over here. Now that's ready to go, and I think that's all my regroups right now. Artillery came in, that came under a regroup. Those guys are disorganized because they can't attack a city properly. That guy is out of supply, but he won't be fairly soon. In fact, next turn he should be in supply. Same with that guy. Everyone else looks good.
All right.
Oh, there's a regroup hidden way underneath that deck. Oh, that guy. Double check my stacks now since I found one hidden. Oh yeah, look at that. Regroup under there because I had replaced him. Oh, who else did I replace? I replaced that unit, that unit. They're good, he's good. I replaced that reduced unit, he's good, he's flipped. Okay, yep, I think that's all set.
Super. I'll save the game. All right. So ends June 13th.
So ends June 13th.
So I would be willing usually, but work is
Busy?
yeah, I gotta do an early day. We're doing annual reviews, but I also got hit with something. You ever get a thing where you offer to do something, kind of out of the ordinary, and then you just pay for it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I
Road
stopped
to
doing that.
oh god, road to hell and all that.
If
So
my boss asks me to do something, yeah, I'll do something that my boss would ask me to do. But I no longer volunteer to do things unless I know it's going to be appreciated and it'll work out for me in the end.
yeah, I'm gonna so this is going out live, so I have to change the names to protect the innocent kind of thing. But
Yeah.
so customer A reports a problem with some kind of performance the way that a particular print job is going too slowly. So he said, "Well, I could probably do something in a particular area of our code the way I did about a year or so ago." And I say, "You know what? I could probably work on that, get something done." And I made a comment along the lines of, "I'm 80% confident that I can get something in 4 weeks." That somehow gets translated into a certainty. And why isn't it happening? So then, after 5 weeks, we release something as is. In other words, customer A needs to kind of verify and vet it and all that. And I figure if you accept this, then we can make it even better and harden the code and all that.
Yeah.
Not only did I hear, they weren't all that happy with it, in spite of a 30% performance improvement. That fast forward a few months, oh, we have a bug from a customer of ours in the field. I'm like, oh, you shipped it? What the hell, man? I didn't hear about this. And so they're reporting a bug. It's turning into a thing. And in addition to my other deliverables, it's turning into, yeah, this needs to be fixed. I was like, oh, really, guys? What part of as is and returning back to me of, yeah, they didn't accept it? What part of they didn't accept it and yet they ship it into the field? That is a huge communication breakdown. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
Yeah, so now this is so it turns into a thing, and now I have to work on said thing. So that's what I'm working on the next couple of days.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, what the hell was I working on 4 months ago? Oh yeah, so yeah, I got to work on that. Oh, probably for the next couple of days, possibly into the weekend. So
Oh, even better.
oh, even better. Such is life. But
Yeah. Guess it's a good thing that that playtest got moved to next week, huh?
yes. So are you up for it?
Oh yeah.
So this Sunday, probably Sunday morning, Claire's going to Springfield. So this Sunday, I'm heading over to Mark's to do some setup and tear down and help him with the playbook. I can contact him if you're interested and or have the time to kind of see stuff set up and get a little behind the scenes look at the game development side and the testing and getting things ready for the play test. If you're interested.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to get a chance to go to Mark Hinkle's house.
Okay, I will.
he's
Oh,
made some games I play, so
okay, I will drop him a line and see if, at the very least,
what
see
time would
the
you be going?
undetermined at this point. I'm looking at, so Claire usually leaves like around 7, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like 9 o'clock kind of thing,
Okay.
and then Claire usually comes back around 3. So we go like 9 to 3 or 9 to 3 plus.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll drop him a line. So at the very least, having at least seen this stuff set up, you can get a look inside because you were at Milt's house for the
I
play
was.
test.
Yeah, I was at
Right.
Milt's for Jaws of Victory.
Right. So you can see Mark's game room. He's a wine guy, so it's the weekend. Wine at 9 is not a bad thing. And you can see all the books he has because he's a Napoleonics guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a different type. It's a different type of game, but at least seeing it set up and seeing what the possibilities are and seeing what to me is one of the more beautiful maps I've ever seen.
Yeah.
For wargaming. So
Very nice.
cool. I will drop him a line then.
Awesome. Sounds like a
Yeah.
plan to me.
Sounds like a plan. All right. How's soccer going?
Well, our team's better than last year, but we still haven't won a game yet.
All right.
So I mean, we're scoring more goals than we did before.
Well, that's good.
We've just played against 3 teams back to back to back for 3 weeks that are all very athletic, and half their players played like D3 college.
Oh my God, you sound like my work team.
I
We were
had
playing
I took a shot to the chest from like 4 yards on
Yeah.
on last Thursday that left a
Yeah.
mark. 4 yards, full boot, in like beer league.
What is this? Oh look, I have the mark of the hex on my chest.
Yeah, it didn't feel good.
I bet.
In fact, all of their kicks came from within the 6-yard box, and all of their
Oh,
kicks were full force because if they were outside the 6-yard box, they went over the goalpost.
yeah.
They were
Oh, that.
all over the crossbar. And then the team before that were really good. And the first team we played, their name was Nashua Unatletico, but they were all very, very athletic. It was very much a ruse. So
Yeah.
we're hoping to play like a shit team soon, so that A, I'm not working overtime in goal. B, our guys that can score, and more frequently. And C, everyone who doesn't really run doesn't have to keep running.
Yeah. So, oh gosh, oh god, how old am I? So quite a few years ago, I'll say. We get to playing street hockey during lunch, and I was 36. And hiking is athletic, but only to a point, right? It's a
Yeah.
long distance thing. So like, hey, you want to play street hockey? It's like, oh man, I love playing street hockey when I was in high school. I was a sweaty mess inside of 2 minutes, going, oh dear God, what the hell has happened to me? Um, so playing more street hockey, that was fun, and actually having using the showers at work as opposed to going to a meeting, being a complete like nasty walking biohazard site. Um, we we decided to join down in Saugus, down at Hockey Town. They had a deck hockey league where you're running instead of using rollerblading. And I think the average age of our team was somewhere in the 30s, and we're playing these guys who played ice hockey in college.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just, oh my
Painful.
God, I was like, oh, we're that team. And it was just, I scored a goal. It was just one of those things. It was like just an errant pass in front of the goal where like the guy just didn't pay attention to me, and I just and the goalie's eyes got like 3 times normal size when he saw me standing there. Intercepted the pass. Hey, I got a goal. But most of the time we were playing, it was like 10-1. I mean, it was just brutal. But one of the unfortunate decisions I had made was I didn't wear a cup, and so here I am. I'm playing left wing. Guy's bringing the ball up, and everything was fine. And he just was just going to bounce it off the sideboards. And I intercepted it with my stick, and it bounced up and got me in a very sensitive place.
Oh yeah.
And my first thought was, oh, that wasn't too bad. Between that thought and actually putting my foot forward, thinking I'm going to take this into the other team's side, I thought, oh, what's that feeling? And then it was, oh, I'm about to hit the deck hard. I had an imprint.
Oh yeah, there's been a calculated mistake here.
Oh, you have the embossed hockey ball manufacturers thing there.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's just like, oh, this is not good.
That's rough. That's rough. I made that mistake doing backyard pond hockey with real hockey pucks when I was a kid. I had all the goalie equipment, so I was goalie, like helmet, glove, blocker, stick, knee, like pads, but I didn't have like the padded shorts, nor a cup. And one of the kids that was playing with us was playing on the like travel teams.
Yeah.
And took a 4-4 slapper from halfway across the pond that skipped off the ice the wrong way.
Oh.
And yeah, it didn't feel great.
Icy stars. Is it nighttime?
Yeah. All of a sudden it's gone dark and it's cold. I must be dying.
And if not, I want to.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's dark because your eyes are closed. The cold, you're laying on the ice. That makes a lot more sense.
waiting for the sweet embrace of death.
So, Simon and Garfunkel starts playing in the background. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, that is not a pleasant feeling. It was like, oh, it's been many years since this has happened.
Yeah, I
don't
know. When you get older, that happens a lot less, and that's a lot
Yes.
nicer.
Yeah,
It has not happened to me in a long, long time.
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, that is kind of important.
Ah, that's what regret feels like. Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, no kidding. Not exactly the sweet sting of regret, that's for sure. Oh god.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm gonna let you go, and
Okay.
I'll drop you a line. I'll talk to Mark. I'll send him a text tomorrow or something.
Sure.
All right, cool.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Another fun game.
Yes, absolutely.
All
I
right,
think my notes are still good. So.
I'll keep in touch.
Okay. Sounds
Talk
like
to
a
you later.
plan.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Have a good night, Ken.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye bye.